Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Whitetails Dynasty as we take on Adam Miller, as he is now the coach at Rutgers, and they are not off to the greatest of starts. Remember, he had a really good offense to go to with a lot of freshmen, but that's the thing. The offense was good, but the defense was lacking. So let's just take a look at what they're looking like through the first three games. Jonathan Johnson, their dual threat quarterback at 86 overall sophomore. He is really good, but he struggled out of the gates. 4 touchdown passes to 3 interceptions. You see he's got mobility. He can run the ball, almost 200 yards rushing through 3 games. And they also have a pretty good running back in Dan Bailey. And then at receiver, they do have some weapons. Kyle Smith is a sophomore. He will be there all 4 years. Tim Fry is an awesome sophomore as well. And they have a good freshman tight end in Arthur Bonds. But on the defensive side, they are lacking. BJ Cooley is probably their best defender, but besides him, I mean, just a lot of guys in the 70s overall, and in the Big Ten, you're really not going to win with that type of talent. So let's get this game underway as we are on the road for another Big Ten game. Here is Xavier Storm back to receive this kick. He does make a move, gets to the outside, and gets run down from behind, and he is coming off a 138-yard game, 2 touchdowns as well for the junior. He's going to have to show up big in this one. So let's get this game underway. We're going to start out with a handoff this time. Julian Gonzalez, the backup running back. He's going to start out with a gain of 4 on that handoff. So now we eventually get it to a 3rd and 5. Here's D'Alberto showing some legs on this one. He will scramble and pick up the first down, gain of 8, as he can have a couple of string of games and maybe jump into the Heisman conversation. I guess we'll have to see. We're not even ranked in the top 25 yet, as here's Maurice Jackson getting the catch on the right side. So 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw, and that's going to go up and get it. That's Xavier Storm for 11 yards. He's only 5'8". Just remember that, 5'7", actually, and he gets the first down. So here's a quick throw across the middle. That is going to be Xavier Storm on the catch. He's got 11 yards for the first down on that one, as we are moving the ball on this first drive. So here is D'Alberto, this time a throw across the middle. That is Price Greer, and he's got 16 yards. So many weapons on this offense as we motion Bam Cameron out at receiver, and he's going to pick up a 9-yard gain. Everybody touches the ball on this drive as we get it inside the 10-yard line. So here's a handoff this time. Adam Murphy using some power. He gets in. Touchdown, 7 yards out for the senior running back. He finally has his opportunity to start this season, and he does give us the 7-0 lead. So here is Rutgers out on offense. Johnson handing off to Dan Bailey, who breaks the tackle, gets to the outside, and breaks another one. And already a gain of 38. This rush defense of ours is definitely the Achilles heel and could be the reason why we could lose games here in this season. So here's Bailey with another carry out to the left side. That is a gain of 20 and another first down. So they do like to run this hurry-up offense. Here's a handoff. Bailey, another gain of 8, moving the sticks on this one as they eventually get it to a 3rd and inches at about the 5-yard line. This time we're sending a blitz with Duvano, but this time they pick it up. Dan Bailey's in. Touchdown. He just basically carried that drive the whole way down the field, and that's a 7-7 game here on the road here for the Whitetails. So here's Adam Murphy. He's got some running game of his own. He picks up a gain of 13 yards and a first down on that carry. So 1st and 10 this time. D'Alberto throw out to left side, and that's going to be Price Greer, who gets open down the left sideline. Gain of 18. You know he's got the speed, and he's going to get open quite a bit, and that's a first down. So now we get it to about the 43-yard line. This time, D'Alberto moving the pocket a little bit, throws to the sideline. That is Xavier Storm. He gets about 18 yards, takes a big hit at about the 24-yard line, but it's enough for a first down as we do wind down this first quarter, but we're going to continue to balance it out here. Adam Murphy with the carry up the middle, 11 yards. He's tough to take down. So we eventually get the ball within the 10-yard line here on a 3rd and 6. The pressure is right there, and D'Alberto will go down. BJ Cooley, their best defender, gets the sack, and we end up settling for the field goal, as here comes Johnson and Bailey back out onto the field. Here's a handoff from the pistol formation, a stop in the backfield, Nathan Beaver, but Victor Dimitronkos was there for the stop first. So 2nd and 11. Here's a scramble out to the right side. Johnson puts on a move, and he's going to pick up a gain of about 8 yards. And that eventually gets him to a 3rd and 3 at about the 20. Handoff, and look at Bailey finding the room to the right side. He cuts outside and picks up a first down close to about the 47-yard lines. We had him dead to rights in the backfield, but he picks it up anyway. So now we're into the second quarter. Here's a handoff once again from the pistol. Look at that blocking, and he gets 12 yards on that one. And wow, this hurry-up offense is definitely hurting us so far in the first half. So here is Johnson from the pistol once again. Somehow Royal doesn't make the tackle in the backfield. And look at Bailey. He picks up 18 yards. I don't know why Justin Royal did not wrap up on that one, but it's a first down run. And now they're set up here on a 1st and 10 at about the 25. Look at Johnson just using his offensive lineman, pushing forward and finding some room, 12 yards. And they are just doing whatever they want on the ground. So now on a 2nd and 6, this time a busted play. Johnson tries to break to the left side, and that's a tackle in the backfield by a gang of Whitetails. Blake Childress was credited with the tackle. And now that brings it to a 3rd and 11. This time Johnson throws to the right side. He's got Smith, and he's going to break a tackle but get pushed out of bounds. And that's a gain of 9. And they will line up and go for it here at the 2-yard line. Johnson going to hand off to Bailey, who breaks to the outside and somehow fights in. That's a touchdown. Royal could have had the tackle short of the goal line, but somehow Bailey cuts to the outside and gets it. It's a 14-10 game here for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. So here is DiRoberto back out on the next drive. He's going to find his favorite target. That's Xavier Storm. Gain of 9 and a first down. So 4 minutes left here in the first half. Here's Adam Murphy with a carry up the middle. He's going to pick up about a gain of 6. He's been running the ball really, really well. Maybe having on track at least to have one of the best seasons at running back for the Whitetails in this series altogether. Here is a throw across the middle. That is going to be Price Greer. Gain of 17 and a first down. So 3 minutes left here in the first half. Here is Francis Smith. He's going to get open on the left. He makes a move, and it's a first down almost for Francis Smith. Gain of 9. So here's DiRoberto scrambling out to the right side. He's going to get rid of it at the last second, and he will find Maurice Jackson for the first down on that one. And now we're under 2 minutes left here as we do close down inside of field goal range. Here's a throw out to left side, but Francis Smith has other ideas. It's a touchdown from 30 yards out. And here we go. Justin DiRoberto, 15 for 16 to start this game. Rutgers has no answer at all. We highlighted that they don't have the weapons on defense. It's basically their offense that is carrying this team so far this season. So here is Johnson back out onto the field, finding Dan Bailey out of the backfield this time. And he's going to pick up about a gain of 8 or 9 yards, bringing it to a 3rd and 2. Johnson throws out to the right side, does make a man miss. That's Ransom, and he picks up 7 yards. As this clock continues to run here as they call their first timeout. Johnson, quick throw on the slant. He's going to find Morris Vaughn for 10 yards. And now this clock does stop on the first down, but they decide to run the hurry up, and now time continues to tick. Throw to the left side, wide open. That's Ransom again. He's got it for a first down, tackled by Marquis Dorsey, the redshirt freshman. So 1st and 10 at about the 40. Here's a throw out to the right side, and it's going to be picked off. Richard Lewis in coverage. The senior is going to take it back and get run down by Johnson from behind. Who would have thought that he would have the first turnover in this game? It's Richard Lewis. Remember, he's been on this team since season 2. He's been great for us, and he's having a big impact on this season so far, and he's the senior leader now as he sets us up inside the 20-yard line. With a nice little drive here, we could make it a 2-score lead as we dumb it down to 26 seconds left. Here's a throw out to the right side. It's Bam Cameron. Touchdown, 8 yards out for the almost senior. He's a junior this year, and man, is he good. I love him out of the backfield as Rutgers comes back out onto the field. One last heave to the end zone with 6 seconds left. We're playing three deep on this one. And here is a throw, and that's picked off by Coco Bamaye, the red shirt freshman. And there we go. That's how this half ends. We are in control in this one, I think. We just need to stop this ground game. It's 24-14. So here we go out on defense. If we stop this ground game, I think we got this game in the bag. We're doing everything we can on offense. Here's a run out to the right side, and not so fast. Easily said than done, and that's a gain of 20. Dan Bailey is doing what he wants on this defense. So Johnson, handoff to the left side. This time Bailey picks up a nice block, and he's got all kinds of room. That's a gain of 13 to the 40-yard line. Another first down. So they run the counter play. This time Bailey cuts up the field, up the middle, has a nice hole. And look at this. I mean, our defensive front is just getting pushed back and latched on. It's just crazy because we cannot stop anything. Dan Bailey isn't even doing anything special. It's just their blocking is just killing us. So here is Johnson. This time he does trip up over Bailey, and actually Jonathan Simmons gets credited with the sack. And now that makes it a 3rd and 14. Johnson throws out to the right side. Smith somehow makes a man miss. That's Justin Royal. Touchdown, Kyle Smith. And wow, Johnson has 2 picks in this game and gets lucky and gets a touchdown. And now it's back to a 3-point lead. So here's Adam Murphy. This time a counter play out to the right side, breaking a tackle, and he's going to pick up a gain of 12. He is a tough runner. He's got 50 yards on just 6 carries in this game. So we're going to give it right back to him on a 1st and 10. Carry out to the right side. Here is Murphy. He will fight forward for 5 yards. And here we go for a 3rd and 5. This is a big 3rd down conversion if we can get it. Throw across the middle. It's Marquis Moore, the former high school quarterback. He does pick up the 1st down, gain of 12 yards. So if we eventually move the ball across the 50, here's a throw across the middle. That's Xavier Storm. He's got it 17 yards to about the 15, and he's closing in on about 80 yards receiving in this game. So here's Diroberto this time, scrambling out to the right side. He will throw that way. It's a touchdown. Bryce Greer, 15 yards out. And Diroberto looks almost perfect. 22 of 23 in this game, 3 touchdown passes. Our offense is on a roll in this game. So can our defense come up with the stop? Adam Miller is going to be in a lot of pistol formations here in this offense. Here's a scramble out to the left side. Johnson breaks the tackle from Victor Dimitri. I can't even say his name. And he picks up the 1st down. And now it's a 1st and 10 at about the 40-yard line. This time, Bailey, handoff. Look at the blocking. Pancakes down the field and everything. Marquise Dorsey has to run down Bailey. He pushes him out. Gain of 47 yards. They are just doing what they want on the ground. And wow, here comes Johnson. Throw out to the right side. He's got Kyle Smith. And that's 9 yards on the pass attempt. He's barely had to throw 10 passes in this game. So here is a run up the middle. Dan Bailey, finally a stop. That time it's the senior, Blake Childress. And now they get it to a 3rd and 3. But take a look. A false start will move this back 5 yards and bring it to a 3rd and 8. So here comes Johnson from the shotgun in the tight formation. He's going to throw, and that's caught by Steven Turner. But that's going to be short of the 1st down, so they leave some points on the board. So that one might be a killer, that penalty. So back on the next drive, here is Xavier Storm. He's got a lot of room on the first play of the next drive, 45 yards down the field. And it's a 1st down. Nice throw, nice run after the catch. So now this clock winds down. Under 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Bam Cameron, who's already got a touchdown in this game. I love running the ball, Bam Cameron, because he's so small. He can fit through those holes in the middle of the field, and he can make anything happen with his legs. So here he is once again on the screen pass. He's getting open, and another 1st down here for the Whitetails. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights cannot keep us off the field. So here's Bryce Greer this time throwing a stiff arm. He's getting down the field for 8 yards, and he gets open quite a bit. He's a mismatch problem for opposing linebackers. So 2nd and 2. Here's a throw out to left side, and that's Adam Murphy, the power back, getting in for a catch. That's a gain of 9 as we eventually get it to about the 2-yard line. Line up to start out the fourth quarter. First and goal. DiRoberto scrambling out to the right side. He's going to have some room. He's going to take it himself. That's a 2-yard touchdown run for Justin DiRoberto. 4 total touchdowns in this one. Pretty much perfect throwing the ball. He gets himself a rushing touchdown as well. It's 38-24. So here is Tim Fry back on the next drive, and here is Rutgers just trying to crawl back in this one. It might be a little too late, but Jonathan Johnson has the ability to bring this team back. So here he is, a throw out to the right side. This time finding Tim Fry, but only a gain of 1 yard. And that brings it to a 2nd and 9 in the tights formation once again. Throw out to the right side. Fry, he can't go anywhere. Nice tackle by Marquis Dorsey. And that brings it to a 3rd and 5. Can we get some pressure on this play? Johnson has all day to throw. Throw out to the right side. He finds Fry again, but that's a loss of 1 yard. Coverage by Marquis Dorsey, and they will line up for it. 4th and 6. You got to think this one might be the game. Johnson scrambling out to the right side. It's a tackle by Victor Dimitrankos. I can say his name right this time. Only a gain of 1, and we get the stop. As now we're just going to run the ball here and give it to our main man, Adam Murphy. He is an ox. So here he is on the first carry of the following drive. He gets a gain of 7 and a first down. He's closing in on about 80 yards rushing. Let's see if we can get him to 100 yards. So here is Adam Murphy this time. Gain of 7. Another first down. So after losing a couple yards on first down, trying to run a reverse, here is Adam Murphy. Another carry, 12 yards up the middle. And that one will put him over 100 yards with only 13 carries. He's at 102. So now we get into a 3rd and 3. We throw the ball across the middle, and that is deflected by the Rutgers defense. But why not? Let's go for it. 4th and 3. Let's put this game out of reach. Throw across the middle. It's Xavier Storm. Will he get it? And they do give it to us. Xavier Storm doesn't have much strength, but he fights for the first down, and that one puts us in scoring position here. Under 2 minutes left, and Rutgers is calling timeouts, just trying to stop the clock. And that eventually gets us to a 3rd and goal. Here's DiRoberto. Throw out to left side, and it's almost a nightmare. Jeff Whitmore drops the interception, and we do end up settling for the field goal, making it 41-24. So does Rutgers have a comeback in them? Down by 3 scores now. Here's Johnson back out onto the field. Under 2 minutes left. Running the screen pass out, and Johnson will get swallowed up. And that's Victor Dimitrankos. He had the big 4th down stop earlier, and he has the big 3rd down sack here. And that one will seal this game up as Rutgers does not even go for it on that 4th and long. They punt it away and concede, and we do get the victory versus our former quarterback at coach Adam Miller. And Justin DiRoberto, his replacement, his successor, I should say, he has a pretty much flawless game. Only 4 incompletions, 4 total touchdowns. And Adam Murphy goes over 100 yards for the 2nd time this season. He's been running the ball extremely well as Xavier Storm goes over 100 yards receiving. Everybody touches the ball. In this one, I love this offense. Price Greer gets a touchdown. Francis Smith gets a touchdown. And on the defensive side of the ball, you got to say Richard Lewis has been showing up this season so far really quietly, but doing his job. He had an interception in this one, and Victor Dimitrankos has a sack, 2 tackles for loss. What else can you say about that guy? And Jonathan Simmons and Dimitrankos both get sacks, and then Coco Bamaye gets an interception as well to end the first half. But Bailey ran over 200 yards. This is the 3rd running back this season in 4 games who's run for 200 yards. It's definitely a problem that we'll need to address. So next game, we are going up against Florida, and this is not the Florida team we're used to seeing. They're 1-4, and they have bad losses versus Georgia State, Tennessee, and Kentucky. That's just amazing. So let's just look around the Big Ten and see what the other teams are doing. Wisconsin gets their first loss of the season as they lose to Cincinnati. And look at Robby Richardson. I mean, like I said, he is the best running back I've ever seen. And like I said last year, he was in the 70s. And this time he might be having another Heisman run. Back-to-back Heismans for him, that would be incredible. So Appalachian State does lose in the rematch to Michigan by 10. Texas beats Penn State in overtime. But this is the game of the week right here. Marquette absolutely destroys Nebraska, and it nets them their first top 25 ranking in school history. They start out 4-0, and they're on top of their division in the Big Ten, because remember, Ohio State lost to Wisconsin, and now Marquette is 4-0, top 25, 2-0 in conference. And look at the former Whitetail, Howard Vincent, 6 receptions, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns. It looks like Marquette's time is finally here. So that's going to do it here in this episode. Let me know what you guys think of Marquette and this Whitetails team. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I've been working hard for a minute. The ones who don't deserve it seem to be the ones that get it. The ones who speak the truth never get the recognition, but the ones that act foolish seem to get all the attention. It don't matter though. Yeah. Hey, it don't even matter though. Nope. Hey, it don't even matter.